Oh, I didn't see you there. Let me put down my heavy book of thoughts and things for a second and tell you how happy we are that you could join us for the first episode of our book club. Now, we don't expect you to read the whole book with us, so we'll be doing a chapter-by-chapter breakdown of this stinky monstrosity just for you. If you enjoy this new show, let us know in the comments. But for now, please, enjoy our episode on the first 15 chapters of Remain, a supernatural love story by Nicholas Sparks and M. Night Shyamalan.
Have you ever read a book and you've looked at it and gone, P.U., that's kind of stinky. Welcome to Perusing Stinky Tomes.
That's awful. We can't start... We can't start like this.
I put my feet up on the counter. It's good to take my shoes off after a long, hard day at the work factory. Am I right, Billy? Both you and I, just two street toughs, having ourselves a wistful glare at a book or two. Am I right?
In our beautiful library next to the fireplace.
Make sure our feet are fucking stinky.
Stinky. That's how we start. Is that how we're starting this? Our stinky feet on the fucking
just so we can scare away people who are like, oh, dude, a book podcast. What are they gonna talk about?
Especially I was thinking about that.
We gotta terrify the moms away immediately.
We gotta terrify the moms away because they're gonna see Nicholas Spark book. A book club?
Terrify the moms and scare away a book talk audience immediately, dude.
Oh, dude, our stinky fucking filthy feet on the book table. Us in the library.
Can a dangerous feet boy who wants to destroy toes fall in love with a girl from Milwaukee?
Welcome to the first inaugural episode of Perusing Stinky Tomes.
As I've been calling it in my head, pain hole but books.
Book hole. Ah, no.
Book hole.
Book hole is pretty
Book
bad.
hole's a better show name.
I know it's a better show name, but we unfortunately
Why do we have to keep the branding?
We have to keep for the
People
branding.
in the comments right now and say change the name to Book Hole, please.
Book Hole is really good. I like Book Hole, but unfortunately, I'm the one that's forcing my husband to draw the assets for this, and it's gonna be Perusing Stinky Tomes. Even though we both know Shitty Tomes is far better, but we can't do it.
Brad revenue, dude. We have to fucking unalive ourselves down the sewer slide.
Our Brad revenue.
Brad revenue. Dude.
This book, Remain, is written by airport legend of every airport bookstore. I guess it's not even bookstores. It's just the convenience store inside
when you go to the airport, you see the books and it's Grady Hendrix and Stephen King and Nicholas
fucking Sparks. And man, what a legend. What has he written? The Notebook?
Tell me! What's that book you're reading right now by Nicholas Sparks?
Oh my God, don't put her on blast.
I can't hear you, what? The Gay Aphid?
The what?
Safe Haven is the one my wife is reading right now.
Oh, Safe Haven. Does she like it?
Do you like it? She's only 10 pages in. She's working from home today, so good time to annoy her.
That doesn't mean anything. You can like the first 10 books.
Well, no, I got her guards. She bought a bunch of books and she's finally reading it. And I have to get her the next Terry Pratchett book, but she's directly into the Nicholas Sparks hole now.
Hey, listen, if to get you to read, you have to you must read Nicholas Spark, I think it's fine.
I think it's fine if you read fan fiction. I think reading is good.
It's totally fine. Reading is good. Reading is good.
Audiobooks is good. Do an audiobook.
Anything the medium of storytelling is alive and well in audiobook format as well, which I'm going to be honest, I dual wield. I've been dual wielding this. I've been reading.
I can't do audiobooks. I don't think it's the same for me. It doesn't hit the same. I can't.
I've been reading the audiobook. Or I've been reading my hard copy of the book that I accidentally bought for $50. It's a fucking. I accidentally bought because I couldn't find the other version of this book, so I bought
You could have gone to an airport, Billy. Edition. I saw it at the Walmart for $7.50.
I bought the collector's edition.
The collector's edition of Remain.
I know. I didn't even know. Oh yeah. It feels like we're trying everything not to talk about this fucking book. Oh.
This is Pondering Books, dog. You know the rules.
Listen, the real reason I fucking wanted to talk about this book is because you said this was not only Nicholas Sparks, but it was a collaboration with Nicholas Sparks and M. Night Shyamalan. And let me tell you, I fucking we already talked about an M. Night movie on Pondering Spooky Tapes, our horror movie show. What? No, The Happening. Man, I fucking can't stand most of his fucking movies. I think he's like on the level of being like so bad, one of the better so bad it's good movie directors.
Well, because M. Night Shyamalan, when he goes hard, he goes hard. Like that's his absolute best.
Signs, The Sixth Sense, hot damn, good shit, really good. Then he puts out Trap. Ooh,
Trap is also, I've heard, good in a funny bad way.
No, it is funny bad. Trap is I like to think that it's a sequel to The Happening thematically and like stylistically, because it's so similar.
Trap happens in the Happening universe after we recover from the tree war.
You know what?
Trap actually should have had like a dryad rise from the earth and be like, hey, actually, I did all of this. And then he just disappears. That'd be the twist.
Dude, I could absolutely see Trap and The Happening being in the same universe. Because holy shit, the stilted dialogue, the weird camera angles, the worst twist you've ever... I think it might be his worst twist, not gonna lie. Trap is barely a twist.
But yeah, if I was to see M. Night Shyamalan, what I'd say directly to him is a line from the book Remain. I would say, let the L go. Only shoot for the W's.
Excuse me? That was not in the book.
That's in the book.
Where? What? Wait,
Chapter 1. I'm bringing us into Chapter 1, Billy.
That was in Chapter 1?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. Where the fuck is that?
He's talking to his friend Oscar, and Oscar has a bunch of kids, and they all have L names.
I mean, I remember that because he's like... I thought it was the most stilted way to like introduce character names. Our main character, all he does is just like, so remind me, how old are they now? And then he's like, let me see. Leo is 7, Lalita and Lakshmi are 6. Logesh is like, he just like names all of them. And then he goes on a fucking tirade of like, I know it's a lot of L's, but on the plus side, I get to say things like, get the hell out of here, or
get the L
shut
out.
The L up. Oh, fuck,
there it is, right there.
You're right.
Get the L out. I made sure to mark that 7 pages in.
That and also the fucking there's the Mask and Music Festival happening soon, and
the Gen Z music line.
How would I know? It's probably some weird Gen Z music, dude. Fentanyl is gonna be at the fucking
Fentanyl's gonna be at this small idyllic town set on the seaside.
Where is it again? Where's this town located? I don't even remember, dude. It's like Cape Cod.
Is it Cape Cod? I have to.
It is Cape Cod.
Yeah, Cape
Cod. It is Cape Cod. Hetherington in Cape Cod. Fuck off. Dude, it's so wistful. We've been making fun of this book without saying much to each other the entire time that we've been planning on recording this episode, and man, what a wistful setting.
Because we're talking about the first 15 chapters today as a test to see how the format would work. Mostly.
It's going to be freeform.
But really just to set the scene for y'all, a wistful, idyllic town where a wistful, idyllic architect who is a millionaire meets up with his friend who is a wistful sports jersey billionaire and is like, I'm going to design a beautiful home for you. I just got out of the fucking mental hospital and I've been in for 4 months. And I can't wait to build a house for you, Jim.
Dude, I think dead ass, the first 3 chapters of this book are just like these characters gloating about how fucking rich they are. It's so... immediately I hate all of these characters.
It feels like, okay,
I fucking cannot stand a single one of them because all they do is gloat and reference Rocky.
I feel like the entire book in the first couple of chapters tries really hard to make you understand how wealthy they are while also trying to be like, they're wealthy, but down to earth. Like a lot of the text is really, really trying to make you see that this story will work because they're wealthy and down to earth. Our main character is an architect whose parents were incredibly rich and died in a plane crash.
That's right! Like fucking, dude, like Lara Croft, man.
They died in a horrific plane crash. And then also on top of that, his partners at his architect firm bought him out. So he is like a super millionaire. He's like, actually, I'm pretty down to earth though, because my best friend Oscar, when we went to Yale together,
Oscar
is even more ridiculous because we have to talk about where Oscar's wealth comes from and how this was the most CinemaSins I've ever felt in my goddamn life.
I was losing my fucking mind. I don't know if
there are multiple paragraphs where like Nicholas Sparks has written to try to explain where Oscar's wealth comes from because it's, well, he made vintage sports jerseys, but like, okay.
But like, they're so good.
I have to tell you, Billy, the entirety of this book, I read it in Hugo's voice, but also in Zach Bagans' voice. So the entire time I was like, my friend Oscar, he's a beautiful friend, and his wife and his 5 children are so gorgeous and wonderful. But then on top of that, he makes his billions because he sold vintage sports jerseys and then sold his company
licensed, officially licensed
vintage sports jerseys, and private equity
in what
bought it.
Fucking universe?
In what universe would private equity buy a niche company for $1 billion?
Dude, he fucking, all he does is just like
he screen printed shirts. They bought it for $1 billion.
No. They mentioned they're like sports, like fucking NFL jerseys. Except they're distressed in just the right way so that they look old.
It's not just the way they look old, it's distressed. It's like supposed to be 60s and 70s vintage is what they say.
That doesn't matter. It's still ridiculous. It's still not a fucking $1 billion idea.
Yeah, it was, as usual, Oscar was wearing a throwback football jersey from the early 1960s. This one was from the Cleveland Browns.
They keep mentioning that too. Like at one point they go to a restaurant and he's like, whoa, somebody's wearing one of my shirts. This is fucking badass and awesome. Like everybody is wearing these fucking shirts.
My shirts are so popular and amazing, and I'm so cool and handsome, and my beautiful wife, her name starts with L, and so too do all of our children's names. Get the L out, brother.
What is her name again? Leonidas? Like the fucking anime character? I don't fucking remember.
I thought it was like Loretta. I can't remember. I'm looking through it right now. I'm in the children. Lorena,
Leorena, Lorna.
Well, the children are Leo, Lalita, not Lolita, Lalita, Lakshmi, Logesh, and Luca, and then the wife's name is Lorena.
No shit, I don't remember a single one of these names, dude. Why would you all make them L's?
I wanted to bring up the way they describe Lorena, which is a gregarious Italian-American dynamo. She possessed unyielding strength and stamina that even Oscar couldn't match. Like him, she was a hugger, and her embrace felt like being enveloped in a down comforter. Is he calling Oscar's wife fat?
Dude, I don't know. The way, I'm going to be honest, the way that women are described in this book is fucking ridiculous.
She felt like being hugged like a down comforter. What does that mean? Like her fat and fetid flesh enveloped me, and I began to suffocate under her size. Just right. His wife was big size, hugely.
I didn't even clock that. He just called her fat.
Like being enveloped like a down comforter is an insane way to describe a woman. I think it's supposed to mean like the hug is comforting. Like it's a soft and comforting hug, but I can't help, a comforter is like big and puffy.
A comforter is gigantic. It's big and puffy. I guess she's big and puffy.
So like my best friend from college, his wife was big and puffy.
Oh God, dude, the descriptions are amazing.
I also love in chapter 1, because I'm still on that, is I don't know how you guys do it. What, raising kids? And then it's like, the nanny helps, but really it's just like taking care of cats. You know, owning a cat is like taking care of a kid. Very millennial core. I want to stab myself in the head.
It's so bad. In chapter 2 is when you get like the dump, you know?
Oh, your Lord Dump.
Nicholas Sparks, like Lord Dump. Dude, awful. I just need to read this because this is how you learn his name. I'm still me after all, Tate Donovan, a 30-year-old architect who lost his only true family with the death of his sister. When I read I'm still me after all, Tate Donovan, I could not stop. I was like, fuck off.
Despite everything, it's still Tate Donovan when an architect...
I cannot believe... Undertale ass fucking dude.
Oh, one more note I had about chapter 1, actually.
Yes.
Just one more is the quote, him talking about the DBT program. He was in the dialectical behavior therapy program that Tate was in. And then Lorena or Oscar saying, it sounds like White Lotus with therapy, like the way that some people are just like, dude, it was like White Lotus, right? On HBO Max.
I was just about to mention that. Anytime the similes in this are fucking annoying. Constant, it's like pop culture. Pop culture is similes on like constantly. He doesn't describe things like, he just says, oh, it's like this pop culture thing that your aunt knows.
Well, because before we get the lore dump, a paragraph after that sounds like White Lotus with therapy was you mean your Richie Rich childhood and the wacky parents who messed you up? This is a billionaire talking to a millionaire, by the way, just so you know.
Where's the lie, though? Truly, I'm pretty sure that's actually how billionaires talk. Who knows?
Honestly, after that, I just started seeing Tate as like Macaulay Culkin.
I just saw Tate as a fucking asshole. I hate him. Just real quick, I'm jumping a bit ahead, but when you mentioned like, oh, they're just trying to get him to be like get him to be relatable and awesome and everybody loves him, even though he's a rich guy. He's still down to earth. When he mentioned, I've never done laundry in my life, and I had to go. He was like, I have never cooked. I've never done laundry in my life. I've never done any of these adult things. I'm like, dude, you're 38-year-old. You've never done laundry in your fucking life. How is that relatable? You're a psycho.
Well, because it's supposed to be like it's.
I hate this guy.
It's books for moms, dude. Nicholas Sparks writes books for moms and older women, and we are delving into a book for moms and older women.
What are they supposed to be like? Oh my God, I wish I didn't have to do laundry.
Oh my God, he's rich and like it's a love story that's lost to time and like between universes.
Ugh. In chapter 2 is also
where we find about the preternaturally attuned to the natural world sister, Sylvia.
Yeah.
I love the line, her heart had been damaged by a virus in early childhood. Like, yeah.
Do they even say what it is? It's just it's just a generic illness.
Well, this is like, okay, so this is a writer technique that I understand is sometimes you have to be general and generic, because if you try to do specifics and stuff like this, you're going to get it's like if you're writing sci-fi, you don't want to get too hard into math if you don't know math. You should do the research, and no matter how much research you do, if you try to be specific about something, this is why in a lot of sci-fi they'll say like pattern buffer when talking about teleporters, or data buffers, or like they'll use simple language that's very sci-fi, kind of like tech magic core, where if you explain it, you're going to get fucking owned by a nerd no matter what you do. So being more general, this is so that like a mom doctor reading this isn't like, she had fibromyalgia, or that wouldn't cause her to fucking die.
Okay, I see what you mean.
So just a generic, her heart had a virus and now her heart is weak is way easier than going into the details for it. Like, you don't need, the devil is in the details, and the devil is a nerd behind the keyboard about to get really fucking mad in the Goodreads comment section.
Brendan, we're the nerds.
I know.
Right now. We are the nerds right now.
I'm sipping a Red Thunder sugar-free Aldi, what is it? A Red Bull, fake Red Bull from the Aldi.
It's 10 a.m.
Well, yeah, I've had a coffee.
Oh, it's not anymore.
Yeah, it's like 11:13.
I'm having my coffee. I guess it's fine. Yes.
We're ripping this apart for fun. We're not ripping this apart because we're mad. We're doing this for jokes.
Oh, I'm definitely not mad. I
want Nicholas Sparks to write forever. This is like when we read the Grady Hendrix book, is we want these bad authors to write forever.
I like these books for the wrong reason. Speaking of the wrong reason, did you also find it kind of weird that when the book changes narrator perspective,
that
I don't like that.
I think that's fine in a chapter shift, and also that's I believe a romance novel standard, because I don't know how many romance novels you've read.
Not many. I thought it was kind of weird. I guess it's maybe because of like how the first chapter ended.
Well, it's
or the chapter 2 ends, and then it's like immediately you're switched to another character, another perspective, and like it's not just the change of perspective, it's also like, I just realized I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I just realized as I was reading, I was like, wait, it doesn't change perspective at all. It's still first person. What am I talking about?
No, it goes from first person to third person when it's
does it?
Yeah, it goes from first person to third person for a bit during when it's doing Ren's introductory bit, because it's supposed to be more This is eliciting the mystery out of the readers. So
I was right. I was just looking at the wrong thing because chapter 3 is very short and nothing happens in it. Chapter 3 all it does is just like Oscar and Tate are just like, okay, well, let's talk about the big house that we're going to build.
As somebody who's been reading a lot of literature because I've been writing a lot lately to kind of be better at it, shifting remember that in fiction there are rules, but there are also no rules. So like. For example, like a perspective shift is not a big idea. It's not a big deal. Perspective shifts happen all the time, especially in romance media where it's going from first person to third person or first person to different first person perspective. Basically, it's just where's the camera at? What do you want to do with it? Not a big deal. Terry Pratchett does this in a lot of his works where he'll go from paragraph to paragraph with a line break into a different perspective, third person perspective, not third person omniscient.
I think probably the thing I hated... The reason why I hated...
Third person limited. Sorry, I was about to get fucking owned into the comments there.
It's third person, and it just literally fucking rambles on about things that don't fucking matter for way too long. Well, where it explains everybody's... Like, characters that are so unimportant to the story, and I guess it's just, like, setting up this idyllic town, but it's just like... And then Eric, who owns the grocery store. What a character. Let me tell you about him, and also his wife. His wife is a bitch, and then like it keeps going.
Which chapter is the one where it starts doing
chapter 5?
Chapter 5 is where we get Ren hot dog hamburger. Ren, I can't remember her last name. Ren Talson.
Ren. That's her name now. Ren.
No, see, I didn't. I actually enjoyed chapter 5 because
you did
well because like you get a lot of from chapter 1 to 4. You get a lot of Tate, like very much like. I'm the rich boy. I just got out of therapy. My sister is dead. This is my billionaire friend. I'm building a house for them. This is so cool. This town is so awesome. I'm going to have a big food. And you're kind of like, okay, reading the summary of the book, figuring out where the preternatural or supernatural romance comes from, you get into the shifting of perspective into not just the town, but also Ren, our second character, our love interest, who is, and you're doing that not just to establish the mystery for the reader, but also to kind of like lend that air of mystery. Like, who is this person? Who is this character? And you kind of don't get the ball drop that they are a fucking ghost until I would say like chapter 11 or 12. Like, you kind of figure it out if you have media literacy and you wake up every morning and look in the mirror and say, I'm so handsome.
Yeah, but I mean, I was going to say, like, it's pretty obvious she's a ghost the moment she shows up on screen. But also it doesn't, also it's literally on the fucking cover. It says a supernatural love story. So you kind of know already it's going to be he's going to fall in love with a ghost.
I fell in love with a ghoul. But yeah, I don't think that's I don't know. I can understand how that may be jarring, but also I think that is a really good segue from Tate. And also it's a Tate break, which I'm 100% fine with if you think of those as like Tate breaks.
I will say like, maybe you're right. Maybe a Tate break is not so bad now that you say it.
You need a little Tate break every now and then. Too much Tate time.
Oh, dude, I definitely need a fucking Tate. I definitely need a Tate break. That guy's fucking. I hate him. What an asshole.
We skipped ahead a little bit, but let me see my notes.
I know we skipped ahead a little bit, but for chapter 4, this is when the supernatural starts peeking its head a little bit, where they start talking about how his sister, Tate's sister, fucking Sylvia, she was attuned to the ghost world. She was attuned to the ghost world, much like his parents. And this is the first time where I yelled out loud and started laughing. May I read this?
Absolutely. Which chapter is this one?
This is chapter 4, page 28.
All right.
This is right after she explains that she always could see ghosts, and that the reason why she would always look outside was because she was seeing ghosts like walking around.
Oh yeah, I was confused because you said she could see ghosts like her parents, but it was actually no. This is the chapter where she talks about seeing her parents.
Oh, she was seeing their parents. I'm so sorry. I got confused.
You're fine. Before you read that, there is this line that I did note, which was I wanted to make sure that you knew how special the audience knows how special Tate's sister Sylvia is.
Oh, God.
Her blood type was AB negative, the rarest of all, and in all that time, no donor had been a match. Which also conveniently is she is her father was the CEO of a mega conglomerate, and her and Tate are both incredibly immaculately wealthy, and she couldn't get ahead in the heart donor list with the immaculate wealth. They couldn't let me tell you something. You got like an orphan around here with AB blood. We need a new heart for my sister. Can we just pop it in there?
Can we just pop that thing in?
But yeah, chapter 4 is when we learn about Sylvia. Sylvia is she travels a lot. That's a note that we have to make sure that we talk about, where she's like, oh, I got to tell you about my adventures, because Tate never had any adventures with his rich money. He was always just designing beautiful homes in wonderful places instead of vacationing all of the time with all of the parents' money.
Yeah. I just want to read this because this is the first time
you laughed aloud. Yes, of course.
I want you to do something for me. Please try to pretend it's a reasonable request and don't ask any questions. She gave me a beseeching look. Promise? When I nodded, she lifted a papery hand and waved me closer. Lean forward and open your mouth, she instructed.
I do remember this because I did laugh when it opened your mouth.
This is crazy, I told myself, but I did as I was asked. She blew into my mouth, her breath as light as a feather. Thank you, she whispered, collapsing further into her pillows, and then she dies. What the fuck? She gave him ghost powers.
She spit in his mouth and said, I'm dead. Enjoy the ghost powers, dumbass.
Dude, I don't know why. Have you ever seen White Chicks?
Yes.
Because I don't know why, but that scene where she's like, open your mouth.
It reminded me of Kung Pao. All I could think of is in Kung Pao because he has tonguey. Remember the main character, Steve Odekirk? He has tonguey in his mouth, and everybody's just, are you the chosen one? Open your mouth.
What it reminded me of in White Chicks is when she has she's like, oh, your mom's so old, her breast milk looks like this, and then she's just like, bleh. What a stupid fucking scene. Imagine what it's gonna look like in the movie, because yes, of course there's a movie coming.
In the movie, it's gonna be incredible as somebody blows in his mouth. They're gonna do like a ghostly vapor entering the mouth.
Oh god, I'm so excited for the movie, by the way. I think that Jake Gyllenhaal is like the worst person to pick to play Tate.
It should have been Timothée Chalamet, honestly.
No, because then it would have been peak, I think. I think he would have understood. I think he would have understood the assignment at that point.
Instead of being an architect, he can make modded Xbox controllers, and Oscar just needs a really cool one.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think Sylvia's like the entire him talking about, because there's a lot of like therapy yakking in like chapter 3 leading up to this, which is just, yeah, in therapy, I remember I was spending 4 months. It was like a little vacation. It was freaking epic and awesome. And like, I was seeing things out of the corner of my eye, but everything's okay now. And like, I can't wait to be an architect again. And then you get into just talking about like the day that Sylvia died and his sister, and like I can see ghouls and ghosts. Mom and dad came to visit me and they gave me a big hug and a Hershey's kiss. And here I'm going to blow into your mouth and give you my ghost powers so you're tortured for all eternity. Bye.
She really does fuck his life up.
Right after chapter 5 is the first taste you get of Ren. And a lot of it is just, who is this woman? What is happening? Who is Grandma Joyce? What is up with Grandma Joyce?
Where we are at in the book is we still don't know anything about Grandma Joyce, even 15 chapters in. So I have a feeling that the Shyamalan twist is going to be around there.
We know a little bit about Grandma Joyce, which is just, she has to be really interesting and cool like all the other characters. I know she smoked a tobacco pipe, and also, where's the line? But Grandma Joyce was a woman of the contradictions. She hunted and fished, but had been known to tear up at the sight of a cat or dog that had been struck by a car. It's like, I don't think you understand how people work. How is it that she hunted and fished, but like cats and dogs are different? I don't know if you've ever interacted with anybody who hunts and fished, like saying that you're contradictory because a cat and a dog, like a pet animal, are hurt versus a prey animal. Where it's like, she would kill a deer and slice its fucking neck and like brutally murder a fish. But if like a cat got an ouchie, she would cry.
She would never do that to a cat.
No, most people wouldn't. That's a normal thing.
Yeah.
She spoke in short clipped sentences and favored salty aphorisms, but sang in the church choir with a clear, sweet soprano that belied her weathered face.
She's like, so fucked up and crazy.
Old quiet people can't sing, Nicholas Sparks? What the fuck? She walked to town wearing rubber boots and an old flannel jacket, but had taken her granddaughter to Saks Fifth Avenue, downtown Boston, to buy a dress for her senior prom. The old woman who dresses the way she wants buys a nice dress for her. How is any of this contradictory?
For prom, dude, it's so crazy. It's so stupid because of course she would buy it for prom. Who cares?
Like she had only a few friends, but those few friends she was loyal to it's such a weird description for like she was a normal old lady.
It's not a description. It's just not a description at all. A lot of people are like this. Not everybody has like 20 billion fucking friends.
We'll say, Billy, 15 chapters in, I hope we get Stephen Kenny at some point later in the book, who the twins who worked as mechanics at the dad's shop. I really want Tate to interact with these mechanic twins, even though I know he's not going to.
They were just thrown in it, like, how do you even remember them?
You know, chapter 5, I feel like the best way to describe it, aside from like the interior, like Ren thinking about her grandma. A lot of it is imagine a drone shot of an idyllic town. This is...
I mean, that's the entire chapter.
It's just a drone shot. The chapter is a drone shot.
Chapter 6 is just because he has to go somewhere. Tate has to live somewhere. He's from the big city. He's from the Big Apple, not from Cape Cod.
Chapter 5 is kind of describing like the hospitality business, so it's kind of setting up the reader for like the bed and breakfast kind of.
Yeah.
And then 6 is Tate moving into the bed and breakfast and being like, whoa, I can stay here with my millions of dollars. I could have bought an apartment or bought a house, because architecture, this is like a year-long project at minimum to build the billionaire house near the sea. This would be a long project. So, I mean, and he's just going to be staying in a bed and breakfast the whole time. I was weirded out a little bit by that, but then again, I'm not rich, so maybe I just don't know the rich person perspective.
I mean, the whole bed and breakfast thing, I could probably be picked apart, honestly, but I don't care for that. I don't care to pick it apart.
Did you notice how, because Tate is an architect, like Nicholas Sparks goes out of his way to make sure that Tate describes every building he sees?
Yeah.
Through like the lens of an architect, where he goes way too hard into not the actual like he doesn't go beyond like, it was a massive Victorian for like the architectural style, but he does talk about like and the paint, and it had turrets, and it had windows, and crazy bay windows, and an awesome porch, and...
I love the porch so much. You could... Yeah, he goes into building materials sometimes when describing buildings.
Just buildings are so cool, like the airy wood-paneled foyer, the awesome bedrooms, the ample natural light, the ornate marble fireplace. Like, it's setting the scene. Like, you know what? I can get the architectural digest light that we get from Tate, because he is an architect. So I do appreciate him sticking that bone in there to the story structure.
One thing I do not appreciate is how this chapter paints him so... This is the chapter I talked about where he starts talking about how he doesn't even know how to do his own laundry. He's exceptionally fucking mean to the... I don't know what is Reese and the other woman.
Oh, they're the caretakers, so they live in the cottage to the side of the house.
Yeah. He's just kind of exceptionally, like, Reese is just like tending to garden and like showing Tate around and being like pretty proud of his, like, how he fixed up everything and what everything looks like. And then as he talks about it, at one point Tate is just like, he just stops him from talking and goes like, I actually don't care. And then he just fucking leaves. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Why are you mean to this guy? Why would you do that? To me, that meant never.
What was it? Oh, you're talking about the bath?
No, when he explained that the property was 20 acres, I asked if we could do it another time. To me, that meant never. But Reese simply said, of course.
Right.
Like, what the fuck? What an asshole. Why would...
I was still thinking about, I think it's like page 42 around there, because I'm reading an ebook copy where they're talking about like the ornate, what was it? It was the bathroom where it's, I was surprised at how modern and spacious the bathroom was, with high-quality Italian marble tiling, an elegant antique clawfoot tub with ornate metal hardware, a Villeroy and Boke sink, a gilded mirror, and even a pair of matching velvet chairs in the bathroom.
At first, I'm going to be honest, at first I thought it was kind of overkill how much he talked about the bathroom until it kind of becomes a pivotal like location in the story.
Oh, I absolutely love the right after it's the velvet chairs that echoed the color scheme of the tiles. Tate says, "Nice, I thought, as someone who seldom took a bath, I doubted I would use it."
Bro is stinky.
This is Stinky Tomb. This is Stinky Tomb.
Is this when he meets her?
Oh, right. Yep. Because it's the Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars. He hears Bruno Mars, a ghostly sound from another dimension. He hears fucking Bruno Mars.
I think before that, more important, I had two notes, which were him setting up the litter box in the kitchen.
Oh, dude, I was thinking the same fucking thing. But to be fair, he did mention that he doesn't know how to cook at all. All he does is eat toast and fucking that's it.
But they mention a laundry room where he can't do laundry and even a bathroom, and those are both normal places to put the litter box. You don't put it in the kitchen.
But if he put it in the bathroom, the ghost would step and catch shit. He can't put it in the bathroom.
You know that he's the type of motherfucker to go to like the PetSmart and buy the overexpensive like litter box that cleans itself, the one that was like murdering cats.
100%. 100%. This is not. They didn't mention it, but it's a mechanical one. It's an automatic one for sure.
Did we mention Paulie the cat? Because Paulie was staying with Oscar and the L's, Oscar and the L's, while he was at his CBT, his cock and ball torture therapy. And one thing I want to mention about Polly is a descriptor that happens right after mentioning the litter box in the kitchen, which I smirked and giggled and shit, where it's just, they mentioned that Polly has an M on her forehead. And I was like, oh shit, his cat knows bobbity. His cat is a Majin. It's Majin Polly. But yes, a lot of descriptions of the house for chapter 6, like going into like the, whoa, what a cool like bed and breakfast, like, whoa, what a gigantic house, and whoa, what a cool like place to be, and whoa, fuck these caretakers, I hope they die.
He really fucking hates them for some reason. I don't know why. I mean, later on they kind of get a bit of pictured as schemy and weird, but we're not there at all yet.
True, but that's him trying to rationalize, which immediately stops. Like, he figures out the ghost pretty quick.
Chapter 7, though, is when he wakes up and actually meets the lady, the unnamed lady.
Oh, true. Yeah, chapter 6 is I thought I recognized the tune. It was a song by Bruno Mars, but when I reached the kitchen and turned on the light, the sound vanished and I saw no one.
When he wakes up is when she's doing yoga, I think.
I will catch a grenade for you. I would do anything for you.
A ghost minor key, spooky Bruno Mars in the kitchen.
I hope the movie Remain has like, you know, when movie trailers do the minor key slowed down version. I hope it's the Bruno Mars song.
Bruno Mars. Oh my fucking god, I'm crying.
Like butter.
Oh my god. That's
to mention chapter 6, by the way, he kind of summons her in a way, because one thing we have to know about this ghost that they mentioned in chapter 6 is when he picks up the book randomly off the bookcase and is like, well, poetry.
Oh,
and Ren,
I didn't even
something about her throughout the story is she scrolls notes throughout all the books that are still in the B&B. So this was a Leaves of Grass by Walt Whitman. The poem was, not I, not anyone else can travel that road for you. You must travel it yourself. It is not far, it is within reach. Perhaps you have been on it since you were born and did not know. Perhaps it is everywhere. And there's a note left by Ren, which says, our life's journey is our own, but wouldn't it be better with somebody by your side?
Why is she Hugo?
Because that's how I read this book.
Okay, well now that you say that, I didn't even clock that he just fucking picks up the book and then weird shit starts happening.
Yeah, he picks up the book and that's when like the Bruno Mars happens afterwards, which, you know, it's like a ghost thing. Like he touched a tome.
Okay.
And then he got stinky.
I didn't clock that. But when he wakes up, he sees a woman.
We didn't talk. There's the dream. Yeah, the dream.
What dream?
No, the dream. He has the dream. Remember, he has the fucking scary dream where he's walking in the hallway in chapter 6 and the door was open and my cat was in the dream and my cat saw the hallway bathroom door because Ren died in the bathroom. So like he has the scary dream.
Hey, spoilers!
We're talking about that. That's coming up.
Oh, you're right. I totally forgot about that.
So Ren died in the bathroom. So of course he has a scary dream about the bathroom.
Yeah, like I said, pivotal location in the book is that bathroom. That bathroom comes back a lot. That stinky bathroom.
Is like the panic in his heart, the bum, 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 bum. And then he wakes up from the scary dream, and then the woman is there.
And then he listens and he wakes up because of
Chapter 7 is also right away before the woman apparates out of thin air in yoga form, where Nicholas Sparks does something that a lot of romance authors do that I absolutely hate, which is it's now time to describe Tate's body shape by him looking in the mirror and going, whoa, nice.
Whoa, nice breasts.
Afterward, I dried myself off and caught sight of myself in the mirror, noting with irony that the hospital stay had done wonders for my physique. I was in my best shape in years. We have to know that he's hot, he's stacked, he's built, he's got a fat ass.
I was in my best shape in years. Big fucking bouncing melons.
Yeah, back when I was at the DBT therapy session that the rich people go to at the spa, at the fucking resort, I was lifting weights and running on the treadmill, and I'm so handsome and hot.
Oh, man.
Once we get through kind of like the scary, horrible dream, look how hot I am in the mirror, feeding the cat, reminder that Mike, who is his brother-in-law, his sister's husband, his sister had recorded a bunch of videos.
And he is poor. Did we mention that he's really poor? In fact, he's so broke, it's embarrassing. What a pathetic poor man.
They made sure to know that he came from normal stock during the hospital scene. Like he came from peasant stock.
No. Not normal. He is peasant. Like they make him out to be like the poorest man to ever live.
Dude, like his parents had to go and buy groceries and use coupons sometimes. Like what the hell?
It was filthy and disgusting.
He didn't even have a personal valet. He was filthy and disgusting. And my sister met him at like a coffee shop, and it's gross with a capital G. So the sister, Sylvie, recorded a bunch of videos, of course, before she died that Mike would send to Tate. And the first video, the only thing to note about this video is like, you gotta meet somebody. Like the sister is like, you gotta meet somebody and you gotta fuck. You gotta fuck. You gotta fuck. You have to get in a relationship and you have to fuck.
You need to go get some fucking tail, bro.
There is a sentence which is also part of the ghost summoning scene. After the video ends, some of the stuff that his sister says, the ghoul kind of echoes back to him.
Yeah.
And this is when we get to random woman doing yogas in front of the fireplace.
She's in a pretzel stage. She got her face right up in her asshole.
She's bare feet. Gotta mention that her feet are out.
Yeah, her fucking grippers are out. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Mr. Sparks, for that one. Her stinky fucking feet are out. Can I be real, man? I just don't believe their love. I don't believe their relationship at all. Throughout the entire book, I have not for a second.
I believe it because one of the first things the ghost says is like, "Oh, you have a cat. That's so awesome."
I was gonna
serial killers have dogs.
I was gonna say the exact same thing. It's so weird. Whoa, you have a cat? That's like an automatic green flag. I mean, you've never heard of a serial killer owning a cat, right? Okay.
Well, because serial killers are all about control, and cats are independent and harder to control than dogs.
Dude.
And then follows up with, it's what those true crime shows on TV say. He's gonna like come downstairs and she's binge watching NCIS at some point. Like, dude, I like this show so much. It's so awesome.
Oh, sorry. Did I just materialize the television playing NCIS? My bad.
Dude, when Sam Witwer is there and his eyes go red, NCIS is kind of like the Callisto Protocol of shows.
Oh my fucking God. I love that when he describes what she looks like, he says, she wasn't conventionally beautiful. Damn, just call her ugly, man. What the fuck?
Throughout the book, every single time she's mentioned, he mentions her warm olive skin. Every time. Her warm olive skin.
He's obsessed with her warm olive skin.
I love the slightly crooked incisor and strong nose. I'm like, he kind of is just describing my wife. Like, I'm just like, why is my wife in this book? Why is she a ghoul?
Why is my wife a ghoul in this
Hey,
book?
Tate, you're going to have to back off, buddy. I'm going to have to start fighting. I'm going to have to start throwing hands, man.
Yeah, fucking Jake Gyllenhaal, you best fucking pray you never get in. You never get in the same room as
Jake Gyllenhaal, if you step in Iowa, you're done, bud.
You're fucked.
So chapter 7, just to kind of note, I didn't have a lot of notes about it. It really is just, he meets the ghoul, he meets Ren. He doesn't get her name, but he does just trauma dump the entire time about his sister.
Yeah, he does.
Because his sister gave him a quest in the video to talk to a stranger. His sister said, "This is your quest. I'm giving you one quest. Talk to a stranger." Tate's like, "Oh no."
We've talked about this in the past on the pod on PST on Please Stop Talking. Like this is if you want to get a dude to do something, you send him on a quest and he will do it for a little reward.
Your quest is to get Billy to change the name of this podcast to Bookhole.
No, we cannot do that.
We're gonna fuck up all the branding.
But yeah, I think like one of the things that happens is like she specifically. Ren the ghoul specifically says the exact same thing that his sister said. And then she's like, "Whoa, isn't it strange how I said the exact same thing as your sister? Your dead fucking sister? Your dead as fuck sister?" And then he's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, it is weird. Stop."
I mean, it's a nice little introductory, like, whoa, what's going on? And then we get right into chapter 8, which is another Bagul. It says back to the Bagul perspective for a little bit so that she can be like, Tate is so hot and he's adorable. What did we forget about chapter 7?
I need to bring this up because it's such a weird detail, and I don't know if you clocked it. Ren's eyes change colors when she has different emotions. She has mood ring eyes.
What was it?
Mood ring eyes.
There was a book that I read recently where actually there's an alien race that does that, and they have to wear translators that translate the eye colors to voice.
What?
Yeah, A Long Way to a Small Angry Planet. It's cool when it's done in sci-fi, but when a ghost does it, you're kind of like, all right.
I thought it was so ridiculous. Like, she's like the most special ghost of all time. Everything about her is so goddamn special and unique.
Well, it's gotta be. It's Nicholas Sparks. If you were a ghost reading a Nicholas Sparks book, you want to be like, I am the most special ghoul ever.
I want to be a special boy.
Yeah, chapter 8 is just, Tate is so cool, and we had a spark, and I'm going to look at poetry I wrote, and Tate is so awesome, and he's so cool, and he's so handsome, and I'm so beautiful.
Oh, it was, because chapter 8 is another her chapter, right?
Yeah, it's another ghoul POV. POV, you are the Bagul.
Yeah.
Chapter 9 is going to be more Oscar yapping.
There's a few chapters right after they meet where nothing really happens.
Well, because it's a lot of is somebody staying in this house? That's kind of weird that somebody's staying in this house. I met somebody. They're staying in this house. What the freak? What the hell? I don't know her. I don't know her at all. What happened? Why is she in this house? Let's eat lobster for breakfast. Let's just have a bunch of lobster. Me and Oscar eating lobster for breakfast.
I'm sure there's somewhere where they do that. And then it ends. This chapter ends with the first big spook of the.
Because my notes kind of taper off around chapter 8 because it's very much like, oh yeah, no, this is the middle of the book now.
No, yeah, it's the one where like he crawls out of bed and opens the bedroom door, and then there's the hallway is empty, but the bathroom has loud noises. Just like his dream, but this time he's awake.
Yeah, this was a billion screams inside of the hallway. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's really it. Like, there's, aside from them eating lobster and being like, you met somebody? I met somebody. Somebody's staying in this freaking house alongside of me? What the hell? What the freak?
Do you think the scary bits are written by M. Night?
Yeah, you think he Mad-Libs it?
No, I'm genuinely curious what M. Night... What did he do?
I was talking about this before we were recording.
As I was reading it, all I could think was, this is mostly Nicholas Sparks. I can't see a speck of M. Night right now.
We were talking about it before we recorded, but the only downside to reading this in 15 chapter increments is that we don't know what the twist is yet. It's M. Night. There's going to be a twist.
I didn't even think about that, but there's going to be a twist eventually, and I can't wait. Genuinely, I don't know where the twist is going to be. I have a feeling that it's going to be bad.
Like, is the twist he's dead the whole time? He's the Bagul?
Oh my god.
Is the twist that she's a Brahms the boy, actually?
I don't think so. It has to end in love, right? It has to end with both of them being together.
I hope that it ends with him doing a necromantic ritual to put her soul into the cat so that he gets a cat girlfriend.
I fucking don't want that. I do not want this guy to date a cat.
This is my girlfriend. Her name is Ren. She's kind of like She-Ra from the Thundercats. Yeah, being this wealthy can get you a cat girlfriend, so maybe grow up.
Oh god, this could go so many ways now. I didn't even think about that. This could get really fucking awful.
That it's going to end up in a sweet, like a saccharine.
Of course
it's going to be like you have to let her go. She's not a real person. Because I
don't think they're going to do that. I think that
don't think it's going to be a Monster House situation.
They're going to fall in. No, they're going to fall in love, and then they're already kind of falling in love. But I think they're going to stay. They're going to find a way to stay together.
Well, that's Monster House. I don't think they're going to do Monster House. He's rich enough to where he can just buy the house.
What? He's going to buy the house just.
Well, because they mentioned later on that the house is like in escrow. There's like a legal battle over it. So like the main owner of the house is in like a legal battle and it's split between like other owners in the city.
Do you think he's just gonna buy the house?
I have to buy the house because my Bagul girlfriend is here and she's a beautiful Bagul and I love her so much.
Oh, I don't want. That would be.
It's 50 first dates, but what if instead of amnesia she's a Bagul?
That's such a bad idea. I really hope that's not what happens. That's so unhealthy.
Let's see. Chapter 10 is Ren again. This is where she's thinking about her Grammy again and thinking about like cool people in the town.
And talking about all the cool and epic poems and books she reads.
We're also getting a lot of hints for Ren's like background for like her business, which later on they go to a board game store and they meet a guy and Tate is immediately like, ooh, this guy that works at the board game store is kind of slimy. So I'm already thinking that Nash, I think, is like her partner or like her boyfriend he's mentioned but not like elaborated upon. So I'm believing that Nash maybe owns the board game store and she was a partner at the board game store.
Because she does mention... Yeah, because she does mention at that point, like, I don't want to. I hope it's not a date because I've been having some bad dates.
Yeah, the Ren's chapter 10 is very much like, I own a store. My partner Nash is kind of a dillweed. I'm going to go and do a puzzle. Awesome. I love puzzles. I miss my grandma.
What is chapter 11 even?
Oh, chapter 11 is seeing her again. She's doing the puzzle now. This is when he's like, when he tells the groundskeepers that I met a girl and she looked like this and she said her name was Ren. And the groundskeepers freak out and geek out and they're like, Ren died 2 years ago.
Ren Tobin, she died 2 years ago. Okay, that is the chapter.
This is the reveal that she's been dead.
It was so obvious though. I don't even know why they made it like. They're like sweating bullets and freaking the fuck out and going like, oh my god, you saw.
Well, they gotta have the, oh my god, he was Carlton the entire time.
He was Carlton.
Here lies Carlton. He was Carlton. What can I say about Ren? She was Ren.
She was, but now she is not.
I did note in this chapter, because I thought it was funny, because I am a child, when one of the groundskeepers, Reese, I believe he is Ren's cousin, he gets really mad. It says he seemed to grow in size, his body vibrating, and I was like, digging around it with anger.
Oh my fucking god. This is that's pretty much all that happens in that chapter, is just the reveal that she was dead the entire time, and that they kind of do a little bit of flirting, and this is when he kind of starts saying internal, like having the internal monologue of like, oh, I hope she comes back tomorrow. I hope she apparates tomorrow. Oh.
Up until chapter 15, it's pretty easily, like 13 is him being like, she's a Bagul, or this is a trick. The groundskeepers are evil. They're trying to fucking
that's
me.
12. That's 12 when he starts talking about, he starts talking with
Oscar about it.
Oscar, genuinely incredible how he immediately is like, oh, that's a ghost, and just accepts it. He's just like, oh, you're just in love with a ghost, aren't you? And then he's like, no, I'm not.
Yeah, and instead Tate decides, no, actually, it's not a ghost. I'm going to set up Macaulay Culkin-style Home Alone traps in this house so that I can figure out how she's getting the fuck in.
There's like no fucking shot, too, because the big thing that he talks about is the puzzle piece. The puzzle piece and the water that apparates, and there's like it's impossible for it to like disappear within a 5-minute time period, less than that. I think it's like 30 seconds, isn't it?
I think you don't understand. You have to remember that this man's sister blew into his mouth. He's a little freaked up right now. I think it was supposed to, I'm thinking about it now, and I'm thinking about how like that could be like a metaphor or simile for like the breath of life, like her final breath of life given to him, not the Bagul power transferred, but just like you haven't lived your life. You've been multiple times. They're like, he's kind of been living his life, but like just kind of, on automatic. And this is her like giving him the metaphysical push that he needs.
If you say so.
But yeah, the what is this?
I like to think that she's just like spitting some ghost shit.
Let me just spit in my brother's mouth before I die. One last own before I go.
I like to think that more.
Chapter 12 is the Home Alone chapter where he like tapes up a bunch of shit and like gets threads ready so that if somebody walks through the threads, he knows they've been there.
Yeah.
But also end of chapter 12 is the first real Bagul jump scare where Ren, you realize there's a nighttime Ren and a daytime Ren.
Yeah, right before he goes to bed and experiences spooky Ren, that is when you get that Reese and Louise. They might know a bit more than you think because they talk about how they looked horrified because of the revelation that Tate sees or has met and has been talking with Ren.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then that's when you get the horror scene where he wakes up in the middle of the night after Home Alone trapping the entire fucking place.
This paint can will surely kill this Bagul. Stranger Things would have been way cooler if they had sent paint can traps to the Demogorgons. I'm just saying, just fucking.
I will say, like, the way that the scare in the middle of the night is described.
He wakes up to a Marv scream, just a.
It sounds. The way that it's described in the book is exactly how it would seem in a movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
It feels like a screenplay when he describes anything horror related, and I have a pretty good feeling that's all that M. Night did. That's like the only thing that M. Night wrote is the horror stuff.
It's like he's like George R. R. Martin with Elden Ring, where he's just like writing some shit on like a napkin and hands it over and says, "Now make sure the Bagul hits her head on the faucet and goes."
It literally because it describes it as like. She slowly spins around to face me, and then this happens, and then she spits out black ooze, and then she teleports behind me, kid.
She whipped her body backward, the back of her head smashing into the faucet with a sharp, sickening crunch, like a horrific scene on repeat. Yeah. It happened over and over. One crunch after another in blinding succession. The sound like a pumpkin exploding on asphalt after being dropped from the roof.
But then he lunges for the light switch, but when he turns on the lights, she is gone. And it's very important to mention that he is filming.
Oh, and he did try to record all of this on a video camera.
I mean, that is pretty important. That is a pretty big, important part, is that he has been documenting every haunt that he's been experiencing, and she doesn't appear in them.
Well, I feel like this is the first time he tries to document the haunt. Is the first one where he pulls out his phone, and I got confused because the way that they describe like the phone and the flashlight and the video camera almost as separate things, even though it's all just on his phone.
Yeah, it is just his phone.
And he records the video, and then all of the sounds still appear on the video. So he has evidence, brings it to Oscar. Oscar's like, "That's Bagul, dude," and he's like, "No, but I fucking love her. I fucking love her, god damn it. She can't be a Bagul. I freaking love her. She's so wistful and writes notes and books about poetry."
I love how at that point, Oscar's like, "You should fucking leave." And then he's like, "I don't want to do that." And then when he asks, is like, "What, are you fucking in love with a ghost?" And then he's like, "No. No, I'm not."
It's more he feels an obligation because his sister, when talking about ghosts, said she wanted to help the ones that were lost. Because there's a point that the sister makes where it's like, I've seen, his sister has seen ghouls the whole time. And the ghouls, some of them are like normal people, but some of them are like, all of the good, like, human nature has left them and they're only like a shadow of themselves. So he's like, I don't want her to end up being like a shadowy, like, poltergeist of her former self. I want to help her.
Because that's the one thing that's kind of unique, is that there are two versions of this ghost. There's like the daytime ghost where she's
day Ren and night Ren. I have a day wife and a night wife. I get it.
Yeah, and the night wife is the one that is haunted. She's like a haunted ghost. And I guess if he's not nice to her, the daytime ghost, she kind of freaks out.
She goes a little translucent too, is the more he pushes her, because she...
Opacity 25, bro. It's scary.
Yeah, she David Lynch. Would you look at a Bagul on your fucking phone?
Yeah,
actually.
And the way that he gets her to calm down is by playing a game
dude,
with her.
I just realized, I'm looking at this. The board game store is 100% her store because it's called Birds, Toys, and Games, and her name is Ren.
Oh, there it is.
They try to make it a hiding thing, and I'm looking at it. I'm like, no.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also love they go to the board game store to try to buy like a board game for her.
Everything from Final Fantasy to EA Sports College to The Legend of Zelda, and of course, Call of Duty.
I love it. I love it so much. When fucking authors who don't know anything about video games try to write video games, because I love the EA Sports College.
Final Fantasy, though. Why? That's so random.
Billy, what is EA Sports College?
College football.
But they just say, nobody calls it EA Sports College.
Oh, wait, you're right. EA Sports College. I didn't even know. You're right. It doesn't even say... What?
It says from Final Fantasy to EA Sports College.
Oh God! And of course, Call of Duty.
Or Call of Duty.
This is when they start. Discussing and like setting up rules for how ghosts work in this universe. And I don't know why they like immediately say like, oh, she can't grab things, because they don't. He doesn't really test to see if she can grab things like pieces of a board game or whatever. So he immediately goes for a game. He asks, what's his name again?
I think it's Nash, but they don't call him Nash. The first description of him is
yeah, they don't. You're
where
right.
is it?
He's just like he's just an aggressive, angry boy.
Well, it's Nash walks up and Tate describes him as, there was something slightly glib and overconfident about him, although maybe I was being unfair. He was a fast talker, and being more reserved myself, I tended to be a little suspicious of voluble salespeople. They just wrote me working at the GameStop.
When he said that, my eyes rolled.
This is me if my wife owned the Airbnb and I killed her by hitting her head multiple times in the bathtub, I bet.
Yeah, when he says like, do you have something with no pieces and you don't have to roll a dice? And then he's like, oh, like a card game? We have deluxe editions, really cool, edgy ones for adults. What does that mean?
Oh, dude, have you ever played a freaking game called Cards Against Humanity, dude? Hell yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, you can say Final Fantasy, but you're scared to say fucking Cards Against Humanity? What?
But this is a man who knows his EA Sports College. EA Sports College is a video game where you play as a football player getting a scholarship for football, but you don't actually play the football parts. You play the taking the test parts.
And he buys charades because charades is the only thing that the ghosts can play. And I love this line right here. Do you know how crazy this is? Oscar said. You just bought a game for a ghost. Fucking hell, man. I like that chapter a lot. I'm not going to lie. I think it's because of the game store. The game store makes me laugh.
The game store makes me laugh, and I was immediately like...
Brendan, the fact that he mentions so many video games gives me hope that she's a gamer. That would...
Charades is pretty epic, and I love playing it with you, but I wish you had like, I don't know, like...
Imagine.
Atelier Rising or like some Tohu. Have you ever heard U.S. Flannery was her?
An Atelier game?
Have you played Atelier?
Excuse me, do you have Atelier? Do you have Atelier Riza too?
I call it Atlering Rising because one time at GameStop, a guy wearing overalls and a big plaid shirt covered in dust from head to toe walked in.
Oh my God.
Went to our PS3 section, came up to me and said, y'all got Atelier Rising on the PS Triple at all? Or
oh, that's fucking amazing.
One of the country boys was done playing Farming Simulator. He was ready to pick up some real alchemical shit. Got to get out his mortar and pestle, brother.
Oh,
Paul says I got to be making fucking poultices out for the port.
This is
Anyway, side tangent. You know, we go from board game store. We get into chapter 14, and chapter 14 is once again
they play
olive tone skin. They play charades.
What was it like? Oh, he has a picture of Sylvia on the mantle or something, and the ghoul wife just picks it up and goes, "Oh, is this Sylvia?" And I mentioned for some reason like he created a band called Monkey Tears. Why? Why did Nicholas Spark write Monkey Tears?
I think it was too.
That's not a real band.
Fun mad-libbing because once they're at like the charade section and he's really bad at it. There's the list of things.
I rolled my eyes.
I'm so bad at charades. I found myself blurting out phrases that had never been uttered by anyone anywhere. Blue matador, radar dog, balloon pasta, hungry funerals.
Oh God, it's so. I've seen The Office once, and now I know comedy.
I've dropped out of the battle bus as Dwight Schrute, and now I know comedy.
This is also when you learn that she's translucent, and anytime he like tries to get her to pick something up, he's like, "Hey, could you pick up this board game I'm holding?" And then she's like, no, because she kind of knows she's a ghost.
No, I can't do that. I'm not a Bagul.
But she doesn't want to try it, and
Billy,
it's like
instinctually, she knows she's a Bagul, and yet she can't be a Bagul, but instinctually, she knows she's a Bagul.
It's also when she starts having shit appear in her fucking hands.
She's drinking ghoul wine, she's drinking ghoul water, she's eating ghoul pizza. She can't interact with anything, but she just apparates things. She's like absent-mindedly like, oh, potato chips, Bagul chips.
She does do that. She just appears, I would like a chippy, and then the chippy appear. What is it? He goes to the kitchen, comes back out. She's wearing new clothes.
She's always wearing yoga pants against her olive skin, wistfully looking at her fat ghoul ass while she's in yoga pants.
Yeah, always her fat ghoul ass.
I would respect Nicholas Sparks more if he said, oh, dude, bahumpulous puppies, crazy papaderos.
I always thought that I like taking long walks on the beach thing was like, it's like, you wouldn't write that. You wouldn't, you know what you're making. Why would you ever write that? But Nicholas Sparks, when Tate asks her, what do you like to do in your spare time? She says, I ride my bike, take walks on the beach, read poetry, watch thunderstorms, find shapes in the clouds. How about you? Like, are you kidding me?
Drinking warm water, the latest seasons of The Simpsons, and dirt. See you in Street Fighter V, everybody.
It is actually the most cliche thing ever, but he wrote it unironically. Why?
It's Nicholas Sparks, dog.
Nicholas, what are we doing here?
He is writing things for 40 to 50-year-old moms to go, wow, I wish I was a Bagul wife.
I love also that when he gives her a fucking board game of charades, she says, I think that my heart just did a little backflip.
I think my heart just went doki doki, my dude.
For charades? Nobody's ever been this excited about fucking charades.
You don't know. She's got Bagul sadness.
This is also when we learn that the moment that the sun sets is when she disappears and becomes fucked up and crazy wife.
She becomes nighttime Ren. It's capitalized in chapter 15.
Wait, actually? Wait.
It's literally called Nighttime Ren.
Oh, you're right. I just saw it. Chapter 15 is when we get the second video from all she does is just recount how she met Mike, her dirt poor, disgusting, filthy peasant boyfriend.
Oh yeah, Sylvie talks about how she met Mike and Mike played the pianist.
Yeah, and he was reserved and poor. Did we mention he was poor?
He's poor, by the way.
He's so poor, by the way. It's fucking embarrassing. He cannot sustain.
The last thing that we read, which is Ren being green and bloated and fucking corpse-like, just jump scaring the absolute shit out of him.
Yeah, and she shrieked in agony, and she arched her back, and she says, get out, get out, get out, get out. And that's the first 15 chapters of Nicholas Sparks and M. Night Shyamalan's Remain, a supernatural love story.
What do you think? To the audience at home, would you want to remain? Do you want us to remain?
Do you want to remain? Would you like to remain?
Would you like to remain? Do you think that she's buried underneath the floorboard with a jigsaw puzzle?
Obvious, Billy question. What do you think the twist is going to be?
We're going to find out, but I think that the twist is that she is like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of the craziest twist I can, and my twist is actually she's in a secret coma. And there's a hidden room or something in the house, and she's like secret coma, and he like saves her.
Wasn't there a room that was locked?
I think there was like a locked room. So like I'm thinking secret coma.
I have a feeling that the locked room is gonna be like some fucking. It's gonna be part of the reveal. And I have a feeling that it might be where the body is hidden, or if we want to get crazy with it, this is the future. Everything is a hologram, and that room is to exit the fucking hologram.
I'm thinking through M. Night's lens, and I'm thinking M. Night doing the she was dead the whole time, but doing the she was alive the whole time.
Dude, I really hope But then he's been dead the whole time. Is that it?
No, I think she's just been alive the whole time. And what if she's not dead and they're forcing her to be in a coma? And Reese and the housekeeper later actually kind of like fucked up, and they've put her in like a self-sustaining coma so that they're one of the parties that's trying to get ownership of the estate.
How does she become translucent?
Have you not heard of psychically sending your energy outside of your body?
Oh my God! You think she's
coma walking? I think she's coma walking.
I think she's a tulpa.
Oh, true.
That would be the worst.
She's the idealized version of a woman, but God. She was never real.
I would fucking hate that. I would genuinely, it would piss me the fuck off if they do that.
I think that, I hate Tate. If I read more Nicholas Sparks, I bet I could definitely type out some like Nicholas Sparksisms like out of here, but I think that I'm interested in reading more because I want to know how stupid it gets.
I feel like where we are at right now, the 15 first chapters that we have read, and this is how many chapters? 33? Because we're about halfway.
I feel like we should finish it up and then come back.
There's an epilogue. Give me a sec. Okay, yeah, no, we're actually halfway because there's 32 chapters with the epilogue. You know what? I'm going to call it. I think that Reese and Louise did it. They fucking killed her.
I think Oscar did it.
I think Reese and Louise did it, and they don't actually own the place, and they're just like, but that's the twist to The Visit, isn't it?
I think that Oscar did it because her name is Ren with a W, and all of his family are L's.
What?
I think this was Oscar
Why would
trying
he
to
do it
because he's so used to L's, he really wanted a W.
Fuck off!
Get the L out, Billy!
Hey, thanks so much for giving this new format a try. We hope you enjoyed this episode as much as we enjoyed shitting on this terrible, terrible book. This show would not have been possible without the help from our sponsors on Patreon, such as Alan Diver, Artavagin, Avery Pascal, Boopaloo, Brain Soup, Brass, Cassandra Crash, Chipples, Chris Chapman, Dirt Eater 2713, Dubiology, DX Studios, Edward McMillan, Eric Scott Gillies, Ethereal, Geef, Generic Phoenix, Guidrion, Heretic Shark, I Love Waifus, Jack of All Korgs, Lambda Man, Lucavia, Mr. Starchy, Mr. Shirt, Philosophicool, Presta Husk, Rat Supreme, Sponge Guy, The Frost Ace, Toucan Farbin, Tyler Hall, Ulbert, Wake, Will 9455, and Woodstock. I'm so excited to read more of this book. I really gotta know what the twist is. It's gonna be so fucking terrible. See you next month for the continuation of Remain.